We're live on YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in. So a couple of things I want to do today. One, I want to show you guys a really cool tool that you can use to compare different social media management tools. So imagine you are trying to decide between Hootsuite or Buffer or other social media tools. Like, how do you know which one is the best? So I'm going to show you this tool that I recently found, and you can compare different social media tools, their pricing, there, like how many profiles you can add and what type of features they have. If you guys want to follow along, hop onto my YouTube and you'll be able to see my screen. All right, now let's jump right into this. And then, yes, we will jump into the Q&As after I do the demo for this tool. So make sure you enter on Instagram, use the Q&A sticker to ask your questions. On TikTok, you can just ask in the comments, and same for YouTube. All right, now here's the tool that I recently found, and it's one of my favorite tools now. So it's called Social Media Tools Comparison. In the website, as you can see right here, is socialmediatoolscomparison.com, and you can compare over 150 social media tools. That's just crazy. I didn't know there's so many social media management tools out there, right? So I've used a lot of those: Hootsuite, Agorapulse, Buffer, Meet Edgar, like so many of these I've used personally, but I didn't know there were over 150. So here's the website that you want to use. Let me make this bigger so you can see it if you're watching on YouTube. So here's the thing, right? So if you want to compare different tools, first thing is you can set these filters. How many profiles you want to manage, 10, 15. If you're agency, you might be hundreds of profiles, right? So you'll pick how many profiles you want to manage, and then how many team members you have. And then do you want to be able to publish content, engage with your audience, do reports, do competition analysis, and a lot of this stuff. And look at this graph or this table on the right-hand side. You're able to see all these amazing tools with different filters that you selected. This is really, really cool. And you can sort by pricing. You can sort by, here's the pricing. So which one is the cheapest one, right? So you can sort by that. You can look at the monthly price, yearly price. So really, really helpful tool, because there are so many times I want to pick a tool that allows me to do different things, like publish content, do competition analysis, but it's so difficult there because there's just so many tools. It's so difficult to do the comparison. But this website, they made it so easy, and it's free. And I believe it's one of the social media platforms, they actually created this. So sociality.io, I think this tool was created by them. And then this is really amazing. You're able to compare Hootsuite with Buffer, with Meet Edgar, with Crowdfire, all of these tools. And then based on your needs. So super, super helpful. Let's go back here. And again, the website is, you do see some free ones too. So I'm going to set all the filters off, and then I sort by monthly price and look at all these tools that are free. And basically what this means is they have a free plan. It's called socialmediatoolscomparison.com. It's a really long URL, but this video will be on my YouTube. So if you ever want to go back and watch it, you can definitely do it. All right, now let's jump into your questions. Anything you guys want to ask me about social media growth, this is the time. So on Instagram, use the question sticker. On TikTok, use the comments. And if you're on YouTube, you can use the comment box to ask your question. All right, let's go back. All right, first question of the day: what tools do I use for YouTube keyword research? So I use a tool called TubeBuddy. So if you look at my screen, it's super, super easy. It's a Chrome extension. Once you get the tool, it's called TubeBuddy. vidIQ is very similar, but they have a thing called Keyword Explorer. So this is what I use, and I do have details. So let's say I want to make videos about Facebook ads. So I'll go in there, type in Facebook ads, explore, and now here are different ideas. So it shows me different keywords. It shows me the search volume, the competition score, and based on my channel. So they have unweighted score and weighted score. Weighted score basically means it takes the existing current performance of my channel and then tells me if I really have a chance to rank for those keywords. So really powerful tool, tubebuddy.com. All right, what's the name of the tool exactly? So for keyword research, it's called TubeBuddy, but the tool that I mentioned earlier, it's called Social Media Tools Comparison.com. Oh man, it's a long name. They got to come up with like a simple one. All right, next question. What is the best way to find Facebook hashtags and kind of content works better on Facebook for wellness practitioner? So to find Facebook hashtags, I mean, just use any hashtag tool. I use Flick. You can use display purposes. You can also use meta hashtags. So I think the hashtags that you have for Instagram, they're gonna work on Facebook as well because the communities are probably the same. So that's what I would say. What type of content works better on Facebook? So think video. So think video, educational or entertaining content, and I think live video. So I think those two type of content is working really well. And then the last one for wellness practitioner. So I will create a lot of like tips and hacks based on your audience. You can poll your audience. You can ask them, what their main or pain points are, what their struggles are, and then solve those problems, address those pain points with short videos. That's one idea to create content. The tool I use for Instagram hashtag. So we talk about this tool a lot. It's called Flick, flick.tech. This is the tool I use for all of my Instagram hashtag research. So flick.tech and another very similar tool is called metahashtags.com. So both are very similar. Those are the two tools I would recommend you look into. They both I think Flick has a 7-day free trial. Meta hashtag has a free plan that you can use. So you can try these tools out for sure without, you don't have to purchase them. A lot of people, what they do is they get the Flick and they do all of their Instagram hashtag research in like 7 days and then they're done. Just it's totally up to you. All right, let's jump into the next question. How important is it to build your personal brand? It's probably the most important thing in 2021, in my opinion. Because if you step back and think, people want to work with other people, right? And we don't do business with anyone unless we know them, like them, and trust them. And I think once you build your personal brand, once you're known for a certain topic, everything becomes easy for you. Clients come to you. If you're raising money for your business, it becomes easy because you can attract a lot of VC money. You can connect with other people easily. So I think building your personal brand is huge. If I have to pick, it's probably the number one on my list of things. So focus on building your personal brand. How do you get more views on Reels and more followers through it? So for Instagram Reels, number one, you have to have good content, right? That's the basic. Right? Nothing's gonna work without good content, right? So, and what's a good content? Good content means your audience wants to watch it. And how do you find that out? By testing a lot of things. But once you do that, number two is use hashtags. I like using 30 hashtags, even though I'm gonna do an experiment and use less hashtags on Instagram Reels and see what kind of results I get. Number three, share your Instagram Reels on your profile. Number four is share it to your stories as well. And then number five is engage with a lot of people. So whatever your niche is, let's say you're creating Instagram Reels for vegan food tips, then go inside those hashtags, those communities, and engage with those people because you will attract them to you, and then hopefully attract some followers. So that's what I would say. Following from TikTok. Thank you for all the tips. Thank you for the nice comment. Thank you. You are amazing. All right, let's see. Can you please show that tool again? Yes. So the tool is. So I know you can't see my screen on TikTok or Instagram, but I'm gonna save this live on my YouTube as well, so you can go back and watch it. So here's the tool that we looked at. It's called Social Media Tools Comparison.com. And it will be saved on my YouTube, so you can always go back and watch it. All right, let's look at Instagram stories are not showing up in hashtag. Yes, I saw that too. I think right now Instagram stories are not showing up in different hashtags. Instagram reels are. I kind of saw that too. So Instagram stories are not necessarily probably going to give you or bring you new eyeballs. Instagram reels are. Um, but Instagram stories is still a really good way to connect with your audience, to build relationship with your audience. So I think you can still use Instagram stories really effectively, but they just serve different purpose. Now, if you're looking for new eyeballs, want to attract new people to your Instagram account, to your business, Instagram reels, going live, using the right hashtags, those are the three things I would focus on. We love your videos. Thank you. Thank you. You are amazing. All right, so a few people are not even using hashtag, but still get 1 million followers from nowhere. Yes, that happens a lot. So what can happen is, so let's say if you have a really dedicated and really like loyal community, right? So 100,000, 50,000, even 25,000 people, but they're really, really loyal to you. So when you post content, they engage, and because of that engagement, you can go land on explore page and then attract more people. But for small accounts, that's usually not the case. So for small accounts, new accounts, and when you don't have like a loyal community, I always suggest use hashtags, because every hashtag gives you an opportunity to attract people to you. So that's why actually a lot of people do not use hashtags, and they're still able to, because of their community. So if you already have a community, you can probably still grow without using the hashtags. If you're a small account, I think hashtag is a really good way to attract new eyeballs to you. So that's what I would say. All right. What social media management tools do you use? So I've used a lot of these tools. I've used Hootsuite, Buffer, um, you name it. But right now, the two tools I'm using, the first one is Hootsuite. The second one is called socialbee.io. Let's go. Let me pull that up for you. The reason I like Social Bee is because you're able to create different queues of your content, and that queue can keep posting. So for example, let's say you have a blog, you can put your blog articles in different queues, and then it will just keep on posting your evergreen content. So you don't have to repost it or redo it. So that saves a lot of time. So I think socialbee.io is a really good tool for that. Are you planning on doing these lives daily? Yeah, so I know I used to do these lives a lot in 2020. Then I got busy, and then I didn't do them for a while. But now I'm trying to get back into it. So you guys let me know if these lives are helpful. Let me know in the comments, and I'll plan on doing more, maybe even daily. Who knows? But let me know in the comments if these lives are helpful. Okay, let's look at the next question. How many hashtags do you use on TikTok? So on TikTok, I try to keep it between 3 to 5 for most of my videos. Hashtags on TikTok work very different from Instagram. Hashtags on TikTok are not really going to bring you more traffic, because people on TikTok, they don't go inside hashtags and then discover your video. That's not the culture there. But I think using the right hashtags still help TikTok identify what your videos is about, right? So I would still use them, and you can use between 3 to 5. That's what I do. All right, let's see. How do you come up with the content ideas? For me, it's super easy. What I do is the questions you guys ask, the comments that you guys leave, and I do have a lot of students, so the question they ask, that becomes my content, right? And what I like to do is, with most of my content, it's not for like masses. It's like for one person, because one person asked that question. But what happens is, because it's so relevant to one person, there's likely another person like that. So instead of going broad, I go like really, really narrow. So that's my content strategy, nothing really fancy. I try to identify what type of questions people have, and then answer those questions. And that's on TikTok. That's on Instagram. That's on YouTube. That's all of my social media. So super simple content strategy. Best tools for finding out the perfect hashtags for your reels. So I would use the same two tools, flick.tech and then meta hashtags. Those are the two tools that you can use. All right, let's see. How do you find trending songs for TikTok? I mean, it's when you use the app, and if you go to the search bar, the icon at the bottom, you're gonna see trending sounds there, different trends happening on the platform. There is another website. I've made content about that. It's called Talkboard.com. So here's the top TikTok songs this week. So you can also use this one. It's flick.tech. That's the website. So Talkboard is another tool, another website you can use to find trending songs. Look at this. So all of these are trending right now. So you can use TikTok itself, or you can use this website. So again, let me show you those tools for hashtags again. So first one is called flick.tech. And I do have full tutorial for these tools on my YouTube. So if you want to see how I use these tools and how these tools work, hop onto my YouTube after you watch this, and then you can those videos. And the second one is called metahashtags.com. Those are the two tools. All right, so let's see. Ali, how are you? I'm great. Are there any advice for marketing a mobile app for restaurants? Best way to target restaurant owners. So see, if you're marketing any product, and this is kind of like a B2B, because you're not going after consumer, you're going after restaurant owners, right? So you have to think about where are restaurant owners, right? So they're probably on, Instagram, but there's not like a community of them. There's not like a page that has all the restaurant owners, most likely. They might be on LinkedIn, right? But for B2B, the tactic I like to use is podcasts. So what I would do is start a podcast about restaurants or restaurant owners, and then invite them. Or maybe your podcast could be, how do you grow restaurant business, right? So the future of restaurants, right? So kind of like that. Restaurant junkies. Oh, not junkies. That's not a good name. But something along those lines. But what I would do is invite different restaurant owners, and let's talk about the business, what their struggles are, what's unique about like their story, their restaurants. But obviously, what's happening is I'm building a relationship with them, and then on the back end, I have a mobile app that I can offer them. So that's if it's a B2B, I would look into doing a podcast. In addition to that, the tactic number 2 is you can go to LinkedIn and search for restaurant owners and reach out to them. So cold messaging. Make sure you don't spam them. So those are the 2 tactics that come to mind right now. Really good tips. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. All right. All right, guys, I do have to go. I am going to save this live on both YouTube and also my Instagram. So go watch that. And if I missed your question, just add it in the comments, and I'll try to look at them up, and answer those comments later on. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be safe, be well. We will do this again. Bye for now.